Hey everybody, it's me Anna again. First off, I wanted to start by apologizing for not being able to post a lot of videos like I said that I would because I had some technical issues that have now been resolved. I wanted to wish everyone happy 17 days into the New Year's, 2010, and that's what I'm going to talk about first is the new year and just see how it's going for everybody and how they're enjoying their weather outside because I hear it's been pretty freakishly cold everywhere. I'm in Ohio and right now there's maybe like a couple feet of snow on the ground that's been melting, which is good because I hate snow, I hate cold. Um, I absolutely love to hear about people's New Year's resolutions and talk about my own. So that's what I'm going to have this episode about today is resolutions in general and setting goals for yourself and keeping them and, tell you maybe a story about how I epically failed to keep a resolution and just some tips that I found for making your goals easier and stuff like that. Um, I love New Year's resolutions because I think they're so funny. I don't know very many people that actually keep their New Year's resolutions, maybe because we're all still really young or we just don't know how to keep them. But I, for a fact, I know I make like 10 or 20 resolutions and I maybe keep two or three of them for the whole year. So for me, it's a pretty amazing thing to keep a resolution or to finish it. Most of my resolutions are like get an A on this test or study more, be more responsible for this year, and just kind of stuff like that. Um, I also want to talk about some changes that you see, like to have kind of like a reflective period because I think one of the things you have to do before you make a resolution or a goal is you have to look back and see what things you've accomplished already and what things you would have wanted to change about the previous year. And I think the first like month is all about seeing how far you've come and then making your New Year's resolution because I never make my New Year's resolutions till February 1st because I kind of take the time to reflect on what I've done, what I haven't done, what I want to do, and just kind of stuff that I don't really want to do that I kind of had the idea to. One of the things that happened to me this year is I got dumped by my first love. And I made it a resolution for this year to not so much as forget everything that happened, but get over the heartbreak of it. So I guess that'll be something that you'll get to hear about is just my adventures of getting over it. I don't want him back. I'm not, I guess, I'm over him. I don't still like him, but I just don't. The heartbreak is still there. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know what it feels like to get dumped or to lose the love of your life. As much as I hope that you guys don't, I think it happens to pretty much everybody. And I guess we can have a whole nother episode thing to talk about that. Back to resolutions. I don't like I really wish I could keep a resolution. And if you have kept a lot of resolutions for New Year's or have made a lot of goals, please message me because that is something I would love to learn how to do. Um, Not, like eating healthier, laying off the junk food because as you can see, I eat candy and lollipops like all the time. And uh it's just really interesting to like hear everybody's New Year's resolutions. Like some of my friends are like to get a boyfriend, to do better in school. One of the like resolutions I absolutely hate to death is the I want to get myself a boyfriend resolution. Cuz that I guess that to me makes you seem really desperate and I don't like desperate people. I've dated a couple desperate people who just I guess out of pity, more or less, which is really stupid on my part. But I kind of feel bad for them, like, oh, they're looking for somebody who, really likes them, and for who they are and stuff. But that's never a good idea, girls and guys, who don't date a girl out of pity. It'll just end in you breaking their hearts and them becoming more desperate. Um, I made a New Year's resolution this year that I am kind of hoping I stick to, which is be a better person, and not so much like, oh, don't be mean to people. I have decided kind of what I've had this epiphany is that I am no longer going to hate people because I believe that when you hate somebody, you don't have the ability to forgive them for things that they've done to you anymore. And if you don't, and if you can't forgive people, how can you expect to be forgiven by other people? Like, you don't, doesn't matter who you're forgiving. If you're ever going to look for forgiveness from anybody, you need to be able to forgive. So I've decided that I'm just not going to hate people anymore. I'm going to try to see everything through their eyes. And I'm going to try to learn their story and listen more, even though I probably listen a lot more than other people. I want to hear people's like life stories, hear what happened to them. So if you want to message or comment me about it, I would love that, because I think that, one of the words that I use is being whoretastic, which my New Year's resolution is to be more responsible and to be more whoretastic. And all whoretastic is be like finding friends that you would never talk to, or talking to people that you wouldn't necessarily talk to or look at or even give attention to, because every day I see somebody getting overlooked. And like, even if it's just saying hi to the person that's sitting in the corner by themselves. If you go to school, this would be great. If you see somebody sitting alone at the lunch table, tell them, don't ask them, tell them, hey, if you ever want to sit at our lunch table, you don't have to talk to us. If you're too shy, that's okay, but come sit with us. You don't have to sit alone. We'll make room for you. I know I've done that a couple times, and even if they don't come join you, you know that they know that they have some place to go, that they don't have to be alone, and that they can make friends. So Whoretastic is being that. It doesn't mean like, oh, you're going to go sleep with every guy. It means you're going to get to know people. You're going to make friends. You're going to go maybe on a trip and talk to somebody you wouldn't talk to back home. Find out how people are living, even if it's just down the street, because I guarantee you they're not going through the same thing that you're going through. So one of my big New Year's resolutions is to be more whoretastic, to be nicer to people, not to hate, and to be more responsible with my time and what I'm doing, and kind of grow up a little bit, which I guess for me being like 16 almost, it seems kind of silly, but I don't know. It seems like the right thing to do. So I'm going to give you guys, an assignment type thing. Send me your life story if you feel like it, or tell me just something about you that's happened, whether it was something that made your day or something that made you feel really upset. I'm all ears. I'm willing to listen. And I want to learn about everybody who is out there and hear your story and see what you're going through and learn something from how you handled it. And two, tell me about your New Year's resolutions that you plan on keeping, because I want to hear what people want to get done for 2010. So I hopefully will probably be posting something else either later tonight or tomorrow, but I will talk to you guys all later. Bye!